Why is everything so expensive now? Everybody keeps talking about oil and $4 a gallon gas in the US. But that's only a part of the inflation story. If you want to understand why inflation is showing up everywhere, look at this tiny strip of water between Iran and Oman, the Strait of Hormuz. Before the war, more than 100 ships crossed through here every day. This week, traffic fell as low as 7 ships in a day. None were crude oil, none were natural gas. And that matters because this isn't just an oil and gas route. The Strait is a global artery for raw materials. So let's start with oil. Before the war, Hormuz moved 20 million barrels a day, about a quarter of the world oil trade. Brent crude oil rose from $72 to around $94 this week, 30% higher. And oil just doesn't become gasoline for the car. It becomes diesel, jet fuel, chemicals, and plastics. So the farmer has to pay more, the trucker has to pay more, the airline pays more, the factory pays more, and then there's natural gas. Almost 20% of the world's natural gas trade uses the Strait of Hormuz. And the next thing is natural gas doesn't just heat homes. It powers factories, it generates electricity, and here's where it hits your dinner plate. Natural gas becomes ammonia, then urea fertilizer. Urea prices double during this time. And the Strait of Hormuz hits fertilizer twice. Gas is more expensive, and about 1/3 of the traded urea crosses the same strait. Now, the farmer has two choices: pay more for fertilizer or use less of it. Pay more and production costs rise. Use less and crop yields can fall. So let's follow the chain. Wheat gets more expensive to grow, which means bread gets more expensive. Corn gets more expensive to grow. Corn becomes animal feed, it goes into sweeteners, and it's used to make ethanol for fuel. Higher feed costs have already worked their way into beef, chicken, eggs, and dairy. We're not done yet. About 30% of global propane normally moves through Hormuz as well. Asian propane prices jump more than 50%. Billions of people use propane for cooking. Then there's methanol. About 1/3 of the global methanol trade passes through here as well. Methanol goes into plastics, paints, resins. Plastic prices are at 4-year highs. Roughly 16% of the global alumina normally goes through Hormuz. Aluminum prices are also at a 4-year high. That's cans, cars, airplanes, and now you know why a 12-pack case of soda is now $12. And then here's one most people never even think about: helium. I'm not talking about no party balloon. And I'm not talking party balloons here. Qatar supplies 1/3 of the world's helium. I'm talking about MRI machines and semiconductor manufacturing. I think you heard about that one before. Think AI. Now, let's put the whole thing together. Fuel costs more, fertilizer costs more, packaging costs more, industrial chemicals cost more, metals cost more, shipping costs more. And here's the scary part: food price increases can take 3 to 6 months to fully work through the system. So when people ask you why is everything so darn expensive, tell them it's the Strait, stupid.